your business. Pile of hot coffee and big and bad. Looking up country and we
In color, it's the Porter Wagoner Show, starring Porter Wagoner, the Wagonmasters, with Speck, Rhodes, and Dolly Parton. Special guests Pete Samper and Pete Sayre, bringing you your favorite songs and stars of the Grand Ole Opry.
We're so glad to see you. How you been? Everybody feels like let's fun begin. Oh, darn good.
Hey, I like that shirt. That's good looking.
You like it?
That's good looking.
Oh.
Hey, like these threads I'm wearing tonight.
It looks nice, man.
This was,
Nice little tie there.
yeah, this was made over in London, England.
London, England.
Yeah, they wholesale it over there, and then they send it over here to the retailers, see?
Oh, yeah.
Then the retailers, in turn, sell it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how in the world them people are going to make a living like that, because I hadn't even paid for it yet. Here's something I know that you'll enjoy. Porter and all the gang, and let's get rolling, Porter.
Thank you, Don. Oh, folks, you know what they say, boys.
What is it?
They say that country music's on town. Hold your cards and put on a cap and gown. What's the country boy to do? What's this world coming to? Oh, they say that country music's on town. Oh, you're having a good time. I forgot the words already. Well, Grandpa used to take his dear old fiddle on his knee, and Uncle Buck would get the banjo down. The only music ever heard that could stop the mockingbird. Now they say that country music's gone to town. Oh, they say that country music's gone to town. Old Joe Carr stuck it on his cap and gown. What's a country boy to do? What's this world coming to? Oh, they say that country music's gone to town. One day I was walking through the canyons and the hills. I came upon a cabin far away. An old man with his banjo sat there patting his big toe, and as he played it, you could hear him say, oh, they say the country music's gone down. Hold your cards, stuck it on his cap and gown. What's the country boy to do? What's this world coming to? Oh, they say the country music's gone down. Well, a great big howdy and welcome everyone to our show. We're so glad that you joined us today, and it looks like we're going to have a good time. I've already forgot one of the songs. I want you to meet my first guest today. Now, we have two. Pete Sayers will be along a little later on in the show. Right now, I want you to meet a boy that has been here many times before. He usually just talks and gives us the news from up around Renfro Valley. I think we've talked him into singing today. His name is Pete Stamper. Let's make him welcome. Pete, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. Just because I'm singing, you didn't have to get nervous and forget your song.
We're glad to have you back again.
And I want to thank you for letting me sing, because I got a special reason for it.
Okay.
Our mail carrier up home, I just come from home, and he's been out there on that route for 20 years. You may call it route. It's actually a rut, or has been. But he's not himself, and some of the folks that don't know him as well as we do. Actually, what's happened, he's been a good mail carrier, better than ordinary. And you leave a quarter out there on a letter, and he don't leave you any change. Takes it, and folks begin to think you couldn't trust him in a shuck pile with the muzzle on, but that's not right. What happened? The road's been bad, and it's been taking him all day to run his route, and they paved it not long ago, and it's given him an extra half a day, and he took up another job, and it got to selling door-to-door lightning rods, and got caught in a thunderstorm with an armload of samples, and he ain't been himself lately. But I know you'll appreciate the song, because he's done enough for everybody. Like going out of his way, like if he passes our barn first. We ordered a horse collar or something. He leaves it at the barn, or used to, and just blow and let us know it's there. And now he's leaving letters that belong to us someplace else. And we can't depend on it. He just like believe bring a catalog to the house now. It's not. You can't tell. But the song, actually, I wrote about a girl that I used to spark, and similar to one Eddie Arnold sung one time, but he likes it because it has something to do with the post office, because one called Anything That's Some of You. Send me the face you had lifted, the one where the jawbones wore through. Send me your wig along with your leg, the one that you put on with screws. You keep the eye that you see with, but send me that glass one of blue. You ain't got a brain, but send just the same anything that's some of you. Bundle yourself up together, send to me partial pose. Tie the package tight, this is where I swing it, 'cause it would be a sight if some of you gets lost. I'll keep my screwdriver handy, along with a bottle of glue. And when you arrive, the time of my life will be assembling you.
Thank you, Pete. Hey, that's great, isn't it? That's Pete Stampers from up in the Roe Valley. And that's too much. We'll all be right back. Watch this good word. Thank you, Mack. Pete, come over if you will. Pete Stamper, my guest today, and it's always a lot of fun to have you around, man.
Thank you very much, Ford.
These guys all love you, and it's a pleasure to have you with us. You want to introduce Miss Dolly to the folks?
You know I would, and that's the way you're getting out of paying me. You know I'll do it for nothing. I want to introduce this lady right here. I think already she ought to be satisfied with the name she's made, but she's going to make a big one. My favorite, Miss Dolly Parton.
Walk through this world with me, where I go. Share all my dreams with me. I search for you so.
Thank you, Dolly. Mighty beautiful job, a pretty ballad. We want to do another ballad for you now. Here's a kind of an old one that I recorded a long time ago. I went to a wedding one bright summer day. The bride was a beauty, the people were gay. Alone in a corner, I stood till the end, for the girl was my sweetheart and the boy my best friend. The service was over, and beside the church door I picked up a rose that fell on the floor. I bathed it with teardrops, then put it away. My beautiful rose for the bride's bouquet. It's only a rose from the bride's bouquet, once filled with love's perfume, now fade away. Like the love that I gave her, she threw it away. My beautiful rose from the bride's bouquet. Thank you. We'll all be right back with Pete Sayers and Speck and the whole gang. Well, first, watch this. Now, folks, it's time for the telephone to ring. I feel pretty sure. I think I heard it ringing a while ago, and it's probably Sadie calling. Let's check in on Speck.
Hello, Sadie. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Yes. Plug me up down to Hairbeard's barber shop. Yeah, want to get me a haircut after bit. Hello, Harry? Yeah, this is Speck. I'm looking for old Tubby Sadler. Has he been in there? He hadn't. Well, I'm looking for him. You know, he's going to get married. Yeah, he's getting married some little old girl from up on Hogback Ridge. Little bitty girl, they'll weigh over 100 pounds. And I bet you old Tubby weighs 400 if he weighs an ounce. Oh, he's big. Yeah? Huh? No, they ain't going to have no church wedding. He said he wasn't even going to invite his mom and papa to his wedding. I said, well, for goodness sakes, Tubby, why ain't you? He said, why should I? They didn't invite me to theirs. Yeah. Well, he called a while ago on the telephone. He wanted me and Sadie to go with him and his girlfriend over at the courthouse to buy their marriage license. Yeah. When he called me on the phone, it sounded like he was a mile away. Couldn't hardly hear him. No, and I said to him, I said, Tubby, I said, talk a little louder. I said, I can't hardly hear you. You sound like you're way back from the telephone. He said, well, I guess it's because of my stomach trouble I'm having, Speck. I said, oh, you having stomach trouble? What's that got to do with it? He said, I can't get it in this telephone booth. Listen, if he comes in, tell him to wait there. Yeah, me and Pete Stamper will be over and get a haircut and go with him to get his license. Okay, see you after a while. So long, Harry Beard.
Oh, Speck, that's fine. That is really fine. You know, we all have a lot of fun and really enjoy ourselves here on the show. We hope that you folks out there enjoy the show. But this is one of the most important parts of the show to me. It's one that I enjoy an awful lot. And according to all the cards and letters, it's certainly one of your favorites, too. Here's one that we've had an awful lot of requests for in our gospel inspirational number for the show. Here's Porter to do Trouble in the Amen Corner.
It was a stylish congregation. You could see they'd been around. And they had the biggest pipe organ of any church in town. But over in the Amen corner of this church sat Brother Eyre. And he insisted every Sunday on singing in the choir. His voice was cracked and broken, Age had touched his vocal cords, and he'd get behind and miss the words. Well, the choir stormed and blustered. Brother Eyre sang too slow, and he sang the tunes in style 100 years ago. So at last the storm cloud burst, and the church was told in Vine that Brother Eyre must stop his singing, or the choir was going to resign. So the pastor appointed a committee. I think it is 3 or 4. And they got in their big fine car and drove up to Eyre's door. They found the choir's great trouble sitting in an old armchair, and the summer's golden sunbeams lay upon his snow-white hair. He was singing Rock of Ages in a cracked voice, soft and low, but the angels in heaven understood him, and that's all he cared to know. Said York, "We're here, dear brother, with the vestry's approbation, to discuss a little matter that affects the congregation. Now, we don't want no more singing, except what we've bought. The newest songs are all the rage, the old ones stand for naught. And so we've decided..." Are you listening, Brother Eyre? You're going to have to stop your singing. It's messing up the choir. The old man raised his head, a sign that he did hear, and on his cheek the 3 men caught the glitter of a tear. His feeble hands pushed back the locks as white as silky snow, and he answered the committee in a voice both soft and low. "I've sung the Psalms of David nearly 80 years," said he. "They've been my staff and comfort all along life's dreary way. I'm sorry I disturbed the choir. I guess I'm doing wrong. But when my heart is filled with praise, I can't hold back a song. You know, I wonder if beyond the tide that's breaking at my feet, in that far-off heavenly temple where my Master I shall meet. Wonder if when I try to sing the songs of God up higher, reckon they'll kick me out up there for singing in heaven's choir." A silence filled the little room. The old man bowed his head. The committee went on back to town, but Brother Eyre was dead. Oh, the choir missed him for a while, but he was soon forgot. And a few churchgoers watched the door, but the old man entered not. Far away his voice is sweet, and he sings his heart's desires, where there are no church committees and no fashionable choirs. Pete Sayers.
Hammer, carry to the captain. Take this hammer, carry to the captain. Take this hammer, carry to the captain. Tell him I'm gone, great Lord, tell him I'm gone. If he asks you, was I running? If he asks you, was I running? If he asks you, was I running? Tell him I was flying, great Lord, tell him I was flying. Cornbread molasses, I don't want your cornbread molasses. I don't want your cornbread molasses. Hurts my pride, great Lord, hurts my pride. I don't want your cold iron shackles. I don't want your cold iron shackles. I don't want your cold iron shackles. hurts my leg. Great Lord, it hurts my leg. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Take this hammer, carry it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone, great Lord, tell him I'm gone.
Thank you, Pete. Pete, that's a wonderful job. Man, I wish we had more time. We've had so much on our show
I was
today.
in mourning, too, especially for you.
Hey,
The evaluation of the pound.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. We'll have you back again soon. Okay. And see y'all next week. Take care of yourself. So long,
This has been the Porter Wagoner Show, a half hour of good country music and fun brought to you from the home of the Grand Ole Opry. This is Don Howser inviting you to tune in next week, same time, same station.